Right when you thought it couldn't get any better, update 2.9 full of surprises, you guys. When we say meta changing, I know we've been talking about the past few updates. They've been making a lot of changes to weapons. I can say with all confidence, this is going to be the biggest shift in the meta that we have ever seen in the game. We're talking 5 years, fam. Would you believe me if I told you that every single weapon in the game, aside from like pistols and shotguns, but every other weapon is now going to be full auto? We're talking the Mini, we're talking the SLR, we're talking the SKS, the MK12, which I believe in the last patch, the MK12 shows up on every single map now. I'm going to show you guys footage here in a little bit of all the weapons in action. The MK12, I think, might be a go-to. I think it's going to be a go-to. Not only does the MK12 basically hide, where you're shooting from. It's very, very difficult to pinpoint where shots are coming from with the MK12. Now, the fact that it's full auto is mind-blowing. All you have to do is go to one of these vending machines, which are peppered all throughout the maps. It's very, very easy to find the, what is it? We'll just call it UC. To find the UC on the ground, to go to the vending machine, just like you would with the M16 and the Mutant. But this in the Mini, oh my God, the rate of fire for the Mini is absolutely insane. So, a few things we need to talk about. Why this change? So what does this do, ladies and gentlemen? What does this do in terms when we're talking about the M4, when we're talking about the AUG? I really truly feel like they're really trying to put these weapons in their place, because with the M4 you were never using it necessarily, for CQC. You'd have the M4, which would be your mid-range and your long. Okay, hear me out. M4 would be for your mid and your long, and for the most part, people were comboing the M4 with an SMG or with any 7.62 weapon. That way you can have the upper hand when you're in a CQC match, because the M4 really isn't it. It's pretty much for sprays, mid, and for long. Okay, it does that job very well. Think about this. Now they went ahead and they made all of the DMR. What are the DMRs for? They deal a shed load of damage, and they're used for mid and long. So now you could think of a combo like a UMP and an MK12. Could you imagine the devastation with a combo like that? Or if you were going to use, say, like a Groza for CQC, right? You're going to use a Groza for CQC and a Mini. I mean, the DPS in that loadout is ridiculous when you really think about it. And one thing that we keep going back to with these changes, look, this one right here, it's the exact same. It's basically the lower receiver, which is now going to make all these weapons full auto. It's crazy, man. And what it really comes down to, like we always say, is the M416. How can PUBG combat the M416? Because God forbid they actually change the M4. Because like I've said in other videos, we already know what that will do. At this point in time, we're 5 years into the game. Game is still going strong. 5 years in, if they make a change to something like the M4, which is like everybody's baby, right? You will piss off the vast majority of players just to appease a very small portion of the player base. Myself and many of you guys, watching this video, or would be happy about it. The vast majority would not, which is what they don't want to do. They want to keep the bulk of the player base happy, which it sucks, but it does make sense. So now they've gone full-fledged, full auto on these weapons. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these weapons in action. We do have a little bit of gameplay recorded. So this is the SKS with the attachment. The SKS, and remember, beta is always crappier. I can't stress it enough. The animations, the graphic, I mean, just everything, just the gunplay, it's not good. Anything you see on beta, Once it hits global, it's literally 100 times better to, the second power. So here's a look at the SKS with a full auto attachment. So out of all of them, this one has the slowest rate of fire when we're talking about full auto. But remember, the SKS does a ton of damage. I don't have like the numbers here, but the SKS hits like an absolute truck. The fact you can have it full auto now, 100% a game changer. 100%. So we'll look at the SKS and we'll look at the rest of the weapons. What do you guys think of this, man? It's crazy. Wait till you see the Mini and the MK12. By far my favorite out of all of these. So let's take a look. So again, here's the this is the M4. Okay, here's a look at the M4. Remember, the sensitivities aren't the best either. It's beta. No one actually adjusts sensitivities, or you shouldn't. Life's too precious to fix your sensitivities in beta. So, all right, let's go back. So here's a look at the SKS. And if you look at that recoil, I mean, he's not shooting from very far away, but it seems like he was able to control that recoil very well. Here's a look at the Mini. This has to be the most broken gun. It has to be the most broken gun. It'll make me want to pick it up and like keep it throughout the duration of a match. Just take a look. Bro, let me turn this up in case the volume was too low. Let's do that one more time. Let's pony up one more time. The Mini, which already has no recoil. Does the Mini, I think it has a little bit more DPS than the M4, right? Maybe correct me in the comment section. A lot of you guys might be mad at me if I got that wrong. But I think it does more damage. But the rate of fire is ridiculous. Look at this. Who needs triggers? Who needs triggers, right? As long as you have that lower receiver attachment on these weapons, the Mini, by far a game changer, bro. I mean, you could use this CQC. Oh, wait, hold up. We can answer our own question. Hold up. The M4. So that was 111. Aha, I was right. So it does 92 to the head. The Mini was doing 111. 111 on these headshots right here. Yo, that is insane. Was it 52 to the body? Let's see. Yeah, 92. So, okay, so answer my own question. So it does do more damage. You guys might be deleting your comments and rewriting them now. So, wait till you guys see. The MK12, I mean, the Mini's ridiculous. Oops. The Mini's ridiculous, but the MK12, just because it has that added feature where you cannot pinpoint where the shots are coming from, even more so than something like the VSS. So the SLR looks like it has about the same rate of fire. See, look at that 107. All right, so again, the SLR I don't think is anybody's favorite, but it looks like the fire rate is about the same as the SKS. It is pretty slow, but if you look at the damage, look at that, 132 to the head. The M4 was doing 92, and the Mini was doing 111. So this is doing 21 more DPS to the head. That's crazy. Ridiculous. And then here's the MK12, 107. Look at that rate of fire, man. Look at this. Here's the QBU. Oh! Yo, the QBU was putting up 125. And remember, the QBU has no recoil, just like the Mini. I love the QBU. Look at that. 125 on a headshot. Look at that. That is crazy. And if you're proned out, it reduces the recoil even more. So do we have another? So he's going ham with he must really like the QBU. He went ham with that. Look at this MK12. That is ridiculous. ridiculous. That's going to be so OP. That's going to be so OP with this new feature. So, update 2.9 went from mid to a 10 overnight when they just did this beta patch. It's crazy, man. Very, very, very excited for update 2.9. They could just leave it right there. Don't change anything else. My last video, I'll pin a card up at the top if I remember. That goes over the hot drops and some of the quality of life changes that are going to be coming. But this update has outdone itself. It's ridiculous.